that you are making a formal complaint because you want to be acknowledged receipt of the formal complaint.
Well, that's an interesting one because I do want to make a formal complaint about not being allowed to put things on the agenda, and Councillor Sanders not replying to my letter. And
Sir, would you like to go on my point of order, though, sir? Should we be able to talk about it as we've made a formal complaint against myself and you?
Right.
Has a formal complaint been made? I have no knowledge of a formal complaint other than me saying that's what I wanted to do. The town clerk hasn't told me.
I got the impression that it had.
Well,
I know nothing about it.
I got an email from Councillor Hood saying that she is making a formal complaint against herself, the town clerk, and Councillor Sadler. And because of that, we have called an F&P meeting to assess it.
Yeah, that's.
It's absolutely
I
crystal
can see
clear.
that as well.
That you
Well,
because your memo email says, I am making a formal complaint against these three people.
Yeah, but it also says, because I thought it had to go to South. Then the town clerk told me, it doesn't go to South, I'll get back to you about it. In fact, I sent the town clerk an email this afternoon saying, will you get back to me about this, or I'll see you tonight or something.
Right, I think.
So I don't know if a formal
Right,
complaint
okay,
is-
please,
so
no.
in that case, could we say that there isn't a meeting of the Finance and Policy meeting next week?
Right. We're going about this the wrong way. Does anyone maintain that this description of what happened is inaccurate?
Yes, I do. Because the words in a more transparent manner were not used at any time.
Well, this can be revisited after that, but this is going to be dealt with, and it would be prejudicing the issue. We do not want to go over this ground at the moment, because it's going to be gone over next week. But can we note in the minutes that Councillor Hood raised concerns?
Chairman, they are my minutes, that is my interpretation of what was said at the meeting, and I would like them to stay the way they are.
We're not changing them, as it said that we're not changing them, but I would like the minutes to reflect that Councillor Hood, at this point, Councillor Hood raised concerns about the accuracy of the reporting of item 12. Yeah, this is what we're on about, isn't it? We are talking about item 12, aren't we? Yes. Right, page 4. Page 5.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I've got one more. Sorry for prolonging the meeting, but we did discuss the fact that the May figures for the hire of the Memorial Hall were disappointing because, in fact, this year, the 2 months that we looked at were only very marginally higher than last year, and that's one of the reasons why we were going on to get more publicity for our venues, etc. So I had actually said at the time that they were disappointing because they were, I forget exactly, it was about £290 higher for the 2 months added together.
Yeah.
Again, I would like to say, Mr. Mayor, that they are my minutes. I can round them up. I believe what Councillor Wood says was quite aggressive, in not just by saying that the figures were disappointing, you also mentioned individual staff and their salary, etc., etc. So I would like the minutes to stay the way they are. We are only talking about £200. We did also mention that the town clerk, because she saw a slight sink in the figures, brought the advertising, the marketing campaigns that we're going to run with the local newspapers.
Right. The purpose of these minutes is not to include everything that was said, otherwise they'd be 30 pages long. It is correct that members noted the higher figures for the month of May. I'm going to make an observation at this point that for the first 2 months of this financial year, the figures were up from the same 2 months last year. The same 2 months last year, they were hugely up from what they've been the previous year. This rise has been continued in 2015, but it has slowed down considerably. It is correct that Councillor Hood raised a concern that the increase was not as large as we'd like it to be, and we did look into trying to address this, make it even larger by taking advertisements in the local press.
I have actually got the figures here. It was the 2 months, April and May, and they were higher, £235 for the total, but I also said that yes, we had staff salary increases, so it was a bit disappointing.
That's, as I've just said,
Okay,
that is what happened. So if anyone is interested, that is a rough précis of what happened in the discussion. The point of minutes is to find things down considerably so they are neatly summarised. As far as I'm concerned, a neat summary of it is that members noted the higher figures for the month of May for the Memorial Hall. We're not covering anything up. I've told you what was said. We've all between you told you what was said, and I hope we can leave it at that, please. Page 6, please. Page 7. Sorry.
On page 6, I'd like to speak to you about item 2301.
Sorry, about what?
On page 6, item 2301.
Well, yeah, we'll do that when we come to the recommendation. Yeah.
I'd like to complete
Okay.
this later too.
Right, so if we move on to these resolutions and recommendations, on page 1 there is one resolution. On page 2 there is one resolution and 2 recommendations. The resolution on page, at the bottom of page 2, we will be dealing with in item 19. So we don't need to go through that until we get